Gadol will go to war with them, and the trumpets of Chua were in his hand. Rashi also is Pinchos. Magcher Pinchos Shokol Keneged Kulam. Pinchos was the equivalent of all of them. Now, that's why it tells us they and Pinchos. So what? He was equivalent to 12,000 people. What did Shokol Keneged Kulam? Evidently, they themselves are a representation. Now, who the ones he chose? Who are the ones he chose? But not just the ordinary. The Chaim HaKodesh said, Moshe Rabbeinu, his responsibility of him was to evaluate. Normally, if you needed people conscripted, the Nisim would choose them. These people only Moshe could choose. Because if there was any the slightest trace of chet, where there was a hero, where there was a desire for these women, they were disqualified. So these 12,000, these aren't ordinary people, these 12,000. This is beyond the cream of the crop. And all of whoever these people were, they were chosen by Moshe Rabbeinu. And it's only because they had no relevance at any level to the chet of the Bnos Moab and Balpor whatsoever. So Pinchas is equivalent of them. In fact, this is the purest of the pure, and Pinchas is the equivalent of all of them combined.
How did Moshe do that? How did he pick 12,000 people?
What was the process?
Yeah.
That's a good question. You have a atomic microscope. How does it do it? Because you understand what the power of that, it can magnify something, you understand how it does it. You know what Moshe Rabbeinu was.
How did we pick individually 12,000 people?
Not at the numbers. No. You told me, was it the numbers? So many?
The numbers, yeah. No, I mean him individually, Moshe individually. Picking
You have
the
walk
cream
by.
of the crowd.
You have walk by. That's it. You.
He would know.
Immediately, he would know. And Gemara says in Sanhedrin, how did they know? How did Rabbi Kiva know Bar Kochba wasn't the Mashiach? Because it says Mashiach, when he will judge, when he will come, he'll be able to smell. Just by scent alone, he could smell who is and who's not. Bar Kochba didn't have that ability. So therefore, he was the Mashiach. That's what we call Bar Koziva. He's the son of the false one. Originally, Bar Kochba, he's the star. He's Bar Koziva. So I'm saying, Moshe Rabbeinu, one glance, that was it. What? What is it for? Yeah, sure. ובני הולך פנחס להות אלעזר, אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא משיש וניצו שורה כוסבי basur yimar. And we say kol hamascha mitzvah, even though from Midrash it seems differently. It seems the Kohen Gadol, therefore it wasn't appropriate for he as the Kohen Gadol to go. The Varach Shel Rimko Niklas Yosef Aviyimo Shnev Amidon. We spoke about this yesterday. Kli HaKodesh. What were the Kli Kodesh that he had? The Oron Vatzitz. He took the Oron. There was an Oron that went to war with them. Through sorcery, the kings of Midian, they were able to fly. He flew with them. So the moment he looked up and he had the tzitz, which it said Kodesh Hashem on it, they would fall out of the sky. It's like a laser. That immediately deactivated whatever those forces were that allowed it. They fell on the corpses. They fell out of the sky. It's interesting. I mean, what is the basis for Kishuv? The Gemara says that there are certain nether forces. You know, it says that Avraham Avinu gave to Bnei Keturah, he gave them matanos, gave them gifts. And they left. And yes, so what were the gifts? No, Howard.
Yeah, you're right. Eastern stuff, Eastern thought.
Eastern stuff. You guys read too many of these books. So Rashi says he gave them Shemus Hatuma. Certain names, incantations, to activate impure forces for Kishuv. That's what he gave. That Eastern medicine has nothing to do with Eastern medicine.
No, thought. Because it's about his aura.
PS 96, in the browser. Talking about.
Browser boy stuff.
right? So therefore, this represents Tuma. Tuma cannot coexist with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with Tyra. Can't. So the tzitz, when represented, the moment he faced towards that, it totally negated it totally. Once it was negated, there's no sorcery any longer. The Gemara says, "Voice kishum kol kishu." The Gemara says, "Achulin shemakishim palmai shemalo." It actually counters the heavenly retinue, right? Because the heavenly retinue is there, so on the terrestrial level, they were able to do things that could actually interfere with the order of the flow of these influences. But when you have the tzitz and Pinchas, what he represents, nothing could. It's like it totally deactivates it. It shuts it down. Once it's shut down, they fall out of the sky. Okay. It's Hashem. You have time to think about it until we have to simple stuff. Okay? Let's do some more about that.
Why would Avram give Shema based?
Okay, we'll discuss with Moshe tomorrow morning on the way in and talk about it.
We'll get together and
Also, it was a sorcerer. It was, but he surpassed them. He was more adept in it than they were. That's what they suspected. That's what they thought. Yeah. It says that Paro was a greater machashit than all the Egyptians combined. That's why they couldn't find him. When he said he wanted to do his bodily function, nobody saw him. He hid. He became invisible. Moshe found him. So he believed there's no sorcerer like Moshe. Moshe outpaces him. He was like shocked. How did you find me? From HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moshe went. All that immediately evaporates immediately.